Yo, what is up, guys? This is the Baricto here, and we have the official announcement here of the Technic McLaren F1 race car. This set is going to be 1,432 pieces, be rated 18 plus, retail for $180, and it should be releasing March 1st on LEGO.com. So obviously, going into this 2022 F1 season, we had new stipulations as far as vehicle regulations and things like that. So basically, every manufacturer is releasing a new vehicle for the year, and I expect this to sort of be a part of McLaren's promotional items, and sort of getting people excited about the 2022 season, their new vehicle, and so I think this was actually a great partnership with McLaren to release this LEGO Technic set, and I expect to see, a lot of the other manufacturers doing other things like this, probably not with LEGO, but it is nice to see we did get a McLaren F1 car out of here, a very nice and detailed Technic set. Overall, I think if you're an F1 fan, this is probably almost a must-have. I think the displayability on this is very good, both from the side profile, top down too. I mean, overall, I think this obviously isn't that $300 Technic supercar price tag or $350 that we've come to see here, but I think this is scale-wise decently close to it. And I also think that just detail-wise and also functionality-wise, it's kind of at that level. And speaking of functionality, what you get here is sort of that usual piston-moving engine. F1 cars use a V6 engine, so that'll be included. It'll have a steering, which can be maneuvered from the cockpit. And then we also have suspension and differential lock. So that'll be interesting to see that type of functionality in a set at this price point. Normally, some of that stuff we've seen kind of reserved, like I said, for those supercar Technic sets we've gotten. So overall, I think this is an all-around good set. Probably, if you're not into F1, I don't think people are going to pick this up. I think this can be definitely like avid Technic fans and big F1 fans are going to be people wanting to pick this up. But if that fits you in that category, I think that this is definitely one to be looking at. And if we just look at the history of LEGO and F1 vehicles, I think it's pretty interesting. So in the year 2000, we saw the first F1 vehicle. It was just called Silver Champion. And a lot of people thought that this was based off of the 2000 McLaren F1 vehicle. So I think that's an interesting kind of comparison there, kind of the first roots of LEGO building a McLaren vehicle. Obviously, they weren't partnered with this, otherwise we would have seen that. But given some of the silver accents, I do think there is some sort of comparability, or that it was probably based off of that loosely. And then moving on to the year 2002, we saw the Williams F1 car. Now, this was an actual partnership here, and it's interesting, this one specifically, if you look at the piece count, 1,484, so, I mean, quite a lot. You'd expect, obviously, a lot less just based on, details get better over the years. This is almost 20 years ago, but yeah, still quite a few amount of pieces in this one. And then if we move on to 2006, we have the Ferrari F1 Racer. I remember this one being in LEGO magazines, and specifically I remember a lot of friends back like elementary school and stuff like that really wanting this set. It definitely popped out in those LEGO magazines, and was quite a big set for the time as well at 1,246 pieces. And yeah, I think Ferrari in general and F1, there's a lot of racing games out and things like that. So I just thought that was really cool at the time. And obviously the Ferrari branding definitely was a nice accent for that. But interesting too, these last two were under the Racers theme rather than just, Technic labeled. So if we move on to the most recent F1 vehicle we got, this was from 2013, non-branded, just called the Grand Prix Racer. I think this was pretty close, I would say, and this had a lot of advancements, I would say, in design, but if you just look at it in comparison to the one we're going to be getting, this McLaren F1, I think you notice the biggest differences in the paneling and just sort of smoothing out a lot of those curves and things like that. That could just be due to new pieces being out and whatnot, and this one being more of a 2-in-1 set, things like that, it could have impacted the design of that as well. But honestly, looking at this when I was going through this, it's a pretty good looking F1 car. Obviously, unbranded, I think, hurts it a lot because, like I said, I think F1 fans are definitely fans of their team. And then, I don't know, if it's not branded, to me, it just becomes a little bit less enticing as far as a display ability and things like that. It becomes more of just a cool race car play set kind of deal. But this McLaren set definitely gets the thumbs up for me. I don't know if I'll be picking this up. Definitely not early on. This will probably kind of fall back in the one of this. I'm not a huge F1 fan, so that's kind of the reason for that. But I think if you are, this is a great display piece. And I know people who are into F1 and not really into Lego, that I think I'll definitely be showing them this set just get their thoughts on it. But also I feel like they'd be interested in it, not even really being into Lego a whole lot, just the fact that you do get this extremely detailed model of an F1 vehicle. And most people are excited about these vehicle changes for 2022. All right, guys, that about wraps up the video here. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, this is the Brick Duo signing off.